Hello, everybody. This is Napa Fan here, and with everything that's been going on lately, I have a lot more time on my hands, and I have a lot of ideas. My mind's been racing today. It's like, what's something else I can do other than the Inter 2003 races? And part of me thought, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, part of me thought of making another NASCAR stop motion. I haven't done that in almost 4 years. Been quite a while. But in the process of thinking about that, I looked through all my diecasts and I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I showed you guys everything that's in this mess of a box right here? I got a lot. Most of them from the middle part of last decade. Of course, obviously, a lot of the ones you're probably seeing right now are newer. That's just the way it is. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do. Maybe do another stop motion, which is where I got my start, which is interesting. I haven't done one in so long, I kind of forgot how to do it, but yeah, there's a lot here. Obviously, I'm a big Chase Elliott fan. I'm an Napa fan, pretty clearly, and these are all my Chase Elliott diecasts. They used to be up in that little compartment up there with a couple IndyCar diecast. Dale Earnhardt winning the Daytona 500. Darrell Waltrip helmet. You can actually see a Jeff Gordon, his first Busch Series win diecast up there, and a Dover promotion car. And that box right there is signed by Eric Almirola. And then you got those three diecasts, which are my three favorite diecast that I have. David Gilliland's 2014 38. Grant Enfinger, my favorite truck driver, his 124 from last year, and Chase Elliott's 124 from 2018. Then above there, got Alexander Rossi's 2017 IndyCar diecast, and then a couple of Chase Elliott's Xfinity diecast. Those are my 124s. But this is the main thing today, the 164s that I have. And I don't think I'm going to be able to talk about each one individually, but I'm looking forward to getting into this box and seeing what's in here. This, I don't know what that is. It's not a diecast. I mean, it is a diecast, but it's not a NASCAR diecast, so it gets on the floor. But yeah, obviously start out with the Chase Elliott diecast. We got a lot of 24s here. I pretty much collected every single one from his rookie year in what was then the Sprint Cup Series. Obviously this one right here, I think this one's at the first nationwide series diecast for Chase Elliott. That was the first Chase Elliott diecast I ever got, and I still have it. You might remember in a few of my videos. Then the next year is Xfinity diecast for that year. His Cup diecast for 2015, his throwback, and his regular one. And then this one right here is his first Cup diecast, his main one that I got. I got the Kelly Blue Book one, the 3M1. This actually is from 2 years. I should go over there. I think I got quite a few 9s. Oh, I also forgot I have a couple hooked up here. I got this Kelly Blue Book number 9, which is autographed in Dale Jr.'s last diecast as well. But yeah, you can see him. All the Chase Elliott diecasts there. Got the number 98 of Chase Briscoe. I think I got this at a Cracker Barrel. This is like one of the few Xfinity diecasts that I have now, or modern ones, I should say. And then I got some Thor Sport trucks. Matt Crafton, Ben Rhodes, and whatever his name is. Oh, this was Chase Briscoe, too. That one's Chase Briscoe, too. But they also have a couple I've yet to take out of the package. This is my favorite one, obviously. I'm a big Grant Enfinger fan, and I saw this at the Walmart a few months ago and walked right past it, picked it right up. Didn't even think about it, just picked it right up. So I got that, and I also got Bubba Wallace's 43 Air Force. I really like that one, too. This is a modern Chase Elliott's right here. Most of these, I think, are from 2018. I think they're all from 2018, actually. Little Caesars, Sun Energy one. This one's a special one, obviously. This was his first win. Mountain Dew, Hooters, and then, of course, the Napa one. This one's my favorite. Obviously, I'm a Napa fan. And then I also have this Eric Almirola diecast, and this is the one that Almirola actually signed in person. I met him in 2018, almost 2 years ago at Dover, and he signed the box that this car came in. That was all stuff that was up there. That's not including what we got in here. And oh my goodness, this one's gonna be fun. I don't want to mess all this stuff up, but I'm gonna try to push it over to the side here. I hope I'm not giving anybody anxiety by just pushing these cars over like this. And we're dealing with enough anxiety as it is. I don't need to give you guys more. Here, I'm on a bed. It's a safe surface. All right, we got a lot of empty boxes, but we got a lot of stuff in here. This is an old Kyle Busch one. This is actually still basically the same scheme he has. That's like from 2013. I use that in a lot of my stop motions. Actually, I've got some old ones that are up here. This is a Michael Waltrip diecast from when Michael Waltrip Racing still existed and they drove the 55. It's actually one of my favorites. The surface on this one is like a matte surface. It's not like the glossy finish like the other ones. It's really strange. But one thing I've always kind of hated about is that the name bar right there, you see, chipped away there. But other than that, this is truly one of my favorite diecasts that I own. And I just threw it in a box. That chip's always been there though, like since the day I got it. This is a newer Bubba Wallace machine, STP. Dale Jr. when he won, I think it was the 2015 Coke 400, pretty sure that's when it was. That's a NASCAR Authentic. I believe this one's the Benedetto machine, when he drove for Go Fast in 2017? No, it might have been 2018. It's a Harvick diecast. Actually, some of these actually have tape on them because I use them for stop motions, and that actually is what I used keep them from rolling on the cardboard tracks that I made. Brad Keselowski. This one's 2014, I do believe. There's no order to this. This is an older one here. This is it's another Michael Waltrip, but this one's from 91. Wow. I think I found a bunch of these at Goodwill one day, and that was one that I found at Goodwill. Here's, I think, a Ryan. No. Yeah. It's either Allmendinger or Priest. It actually is Allmendinger, so that would have been 2018. It's one of the newer ones I have. Here's Harry Gant. I should separate these out. Got these older ones from the 90s. Harry Gant. What's this? This one's Chad Little. This is a promotion car from Dover last year. That was my first cup race, and oh shoot, they were just giving these away like candy. They gave my dad like 4, or no, wait. Yeah, I think it was Sunday, because I was there both Sunday and Monday. I think they gave my dad like 5 of these. We ended up with a lot of them. Which I know these are good for like when you want to make custom die casts, and I know people use them to make custom die casts, things like that, but that's still in the box. Yeah, it's another empty box. A lot of these I took out of the box. And here's some, these are kind of interesting. I was 2015, and that was like right around the times like, do I want to do stop motions? Do I not want to do stop motions? And I thought, oh, let me do an Xfinity stop motion series. And I got like 7 Xfinity cars from 2015. There's Reagan Smith. I think this is, I don't know, this is anyone. I think it says it is Keselowski, but this can really be anyone. Oh wow, this one's a good one. Marcos Ambrose. I actually put him back in the box. I don't know if I'm going to try to take him out of the box. Should I? If I can get the box open. It's hard to do it with my non-dominant hand. I have to have my right hand control the, there we go. Oh boy, there we go, I got it. Yeah, this is an OG right here. Marcus Ambrose. I think this was 2014. That was actually his last season, but I actually forgot I even had that. But that's a cool one. Empty box. A golf ball from Bushkill Falls. That doesn't have anything to do with this, but that's cool. This is a Jimmy Johnson from 2013 or something. This is when NASCAR Authentics were just trash, basically. They were so much better now than they used to be. This when Spin Master made them, and the cars were like super wide. I never liked that. It's an old Ford Explorer diecast. I've had this since I was, probably since before I was born. Thing is old as heck. This is a McMurray diecast. I'm pretty sure it's 18. No name on it. It's an authentic. This is an authentic. This is Kurt Busch. I'm not taking that one out of the box. I don't feel like it. We got another old 90s car. This is Ricky Rudd. I should know that, but I don't. Another one, Ernie Irvin in the 4. I found like 8 of these at a Goodwill a few years ago. This is a Tony Stewart car. This one I'm pretty sure is 2014. That's an older one. That's a neat one. Empty box, 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 empty box. Here we go. This is actually when Blaney drove for the Wood Brothers. Number 21. This would have been a 2015 diecast, I think. I don't really remember. I don't remember getting half of these, but oh boy, we got a lot of good stuff in here. Here we go. Matt Kenseth. This is cool. Dollar General Matt Kenseth machine. I really miss Matt Kenseth driving for Gibbs. I really liked Gibbs when they had Kenseth and Edwards. And now I'm not a big fan of them anymore, but they're cool. These older cars, Dollar General. Big throwback there. I miss that car. Another Stewart car, Mobile 1, but this is with the twice as wide NASCAR Authentics model. It's a newer Ryan Blaney that he recently drove a couple years ago, probably. Austin Dillon. I think this is rookie year. Yeah, rookie year. Number 3 machine. I have a lot of 2014 diecast in here because that's when I was really into doing NASCAR stop motions. This is another one I found at Goodwill. Randy LaJoie. I'm going to run out of room for all these. Who cares? Now, let's see what we got. We got Elliott Sadler when he drove for Roush in here. That's kind of an interesting one right there. He drove for Roush for like 1 season, and I happen to have his diecast. This is back before Furniture Row Racing was good, and actually even before Truex was good. This was a 2014 Truex Furniture Row diecast, which is pretty cool. 2014, they actually made quite a few of these, and I think that was kind of when NASCAR stop motions were kind of in a bit of a boom. This is kind of a cool one, and I got this when it first came out, the Dogecoin 98. I know this is a big thing. This is probably impossible to find these days, but Josh Wise in the 98, Phil Parsons Racing, I actually remember that, and they don't drive in the Cup Series anymore, but that's pretty cool. That's a good one. Glad I have that one. What we got here? We got another Boyer. This is a Boyer Peak car. I also have his 5-hour energy car too, which at the time was actually very rare to get back in 2014. It's a Denny Hamlin 2013, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure this is a 2013 Hamlin car. It's a Harvick 13. I think I used like 2013 cars in the 2014 series that I did, but this is also a neat one. I mean, all these are pretty neat. I mean, this is sponsored by Rheem. This might have been like Bud Shootout car or something like that. I can't remember. Another Logano car. This was actually, this one looks newer, but actually, come to think of it, I think this was probably from like 2014 or something like that, but it's pretty neat. Oh, how I ended up, oh, you know what? This is what, 2013, and I don't think I can get the regular scheme for this, so I got like the one with the stars and stripes instead. And there's that one. I'm just finding all this stuff myself. Here we go. Here's an old Kurt Busch. This one, when he first started driving for Stewart Haas Racing. I got to get this one out because this one's pretty cool. Get it out of the box there. Shoot. My dad's left-handed, but I'm not. It's kind of hard. But yeah, this one. Oh, you know what? Oh, I remember. This one was an infamous diecast. People could not stand. This was like one of the worst diecasts ever made. I don't think I had too much of a problem. Well, never mind. This one is kind of bad. But I remember back in the day, people were like, this thing was made. Don't focus on the background. Focus on this. Come on. You can do it. We can send a man to the moon, but we can't have a good camera that focuses properly. Come on. There we go. The back of this one is really bad, but I know people were like complaining about the quality in 2014. I don't really know how good it is now, but this is a car that was infamous because it just was terribly put together. And it was really cool looking at it, but I can definitely see the production flaws. I mean, the 41's way too high on the right side. It's a mess. It really is. But it's a fun mess to look at. It's actually really neat to have that car, and I'm glad I do. About Danica. Good old Danica Patrick. This is probably my first Patrick car. Probably the only one I got. Maybe the only one I got. I don't know. There's still so much in here. This is cool though. This I think is a Menard. This is a newer one. This is a Menard car, which actually can also be, you know, viewed as a Dependito car if I wanted it to be. This is a promotion car. It's another thing my mom found in Goodwill for me. Martinsville Speedway promotion car, and it ended up in a Goodwill up here in Pennsylvania somehow. Don't know how, but I have it. I've had it for a little while, actually. Here's a good one. Carl Edwards. I miss Edwards, too. I think I miss Edwards more than I miss Kenseth. 99 when he drove for Roush. 2013. This was actually just a good car all around. It looked nice. This was a good scheme. I really like that scheme. Really good scheme. I got another Logano, but this Logano is another one of those really wide ones, and I don't like these. These were the original, well, they weren't the original NASCAR Authentics, but the original Gen 6 NASCAR Authentics. Not sure if any of you remember. They were much wider than, like, the Lionel cars. Then Lionel came over and started making NASCAR Authentics, and then they actually got much better. But yeah, I was not a fan of the Spin Master Authentics, but they were, like, really cheap, and I'm like, I can save money, because back then I didn't have any income whatsoever. Another empty package with a magnet for Bubba Wallace. Oh yeah, this one's a good one. This is a Brian Vickers. This is like the one season, this is like the last full-time season Vickers had, was 2014. And I have that Aaron's car, which I think I like a little bit better than this one, but gotta get this out. Come on. I remember something that's always like really hard making these things, or just say putting these in the box, is like, and putting them back in the little container. It's like, it's impossible. This is a cool car. I love the gold spoiler on this thing. I can focus on this. Aaron's Dream Machine. Yeah, this is a solid looking car. It's just neat to look at it. Like, you never really saw it that much on the racetrack, unfortunately, but this is cool. Really cool. I'm glad I got that one. Got a lot of, like, gems from the mid-2010s. Here's Stenhouse's Rookie Machine. This is one I use in my stop motions a lot. What else have we got in here? We got... Oh, this is Jeff Burton. You know it's old. You got Jeff Burton. He drove all the way up until 2013. That's kind of hard to believe because he seems much older than that. But yeah, this is a good one. I like that one a lot. Got a Jeff Gordon in here. Pepsi Max. Oh yeah, this is an old one. This is another one of those. This is actually probably one of the first Gen 6 NASCAR Authentics. You can tell because the lettering. Did they fix that? No, they didn't. They didn't have the right font on these. And this was like right when they first started, of course, but still. I mean, they did eventually figure it out because this Stewart one has the right font. Which is really hard to pronounce. The same as this. Oh yeah, this is a Newman car. This is actually one of my first cars that I got too. One of the first Gen 6 cars I got in 2013, and this is another one where the name bar just decided to scrape itself off, and it has been that way for a long time, but this is back when he drove for Stuart Haas. Outback Steakhouse. So I've been making a mess here, and it's whatever. It's my room. Boy, we got a lot left to go here. This is really fun. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Hope you guys are enjoying what I got here. This is an old Davey Allison. It's probably, well, I actually have another Davey Allison. It's a little bit bigger. It's not a 164, but it's like, I forget what it is. It's like a 124. No, not 124. It's like in between, like a 144, something like that. And this is before I was even a NASCAR fan. My uncle gave this to me. It was an actual gift card, and it's not good anymore, so I can show this to you guys. But this is like the one diecast I have with the Car of Tomorrow with the wing. This is an A.J. Allmendinger diecast, and it's actually a really good diecast. I just played around with it a lot as a kid. That's why it's not in good condition. Biffle. How about that? Greg Biffle. Miss him. 3M sponsored him and everything. see what else we got here. We got, oh wow, Casey Kane Time Warner cable. This is like when I started doing the 2014 liquid thermostat cup series. That's what it was. I ended up with like a lot of like odd 2013 cars, like this one. Like I don't even remember this being on the racetrack, and I think a lot of people wish they didn't see it because I don't think a lot of people like Time Warner cable. But this is an OG car right there. That's pretty cool. What we got here? We got, oh, this is a newer one. This is Alex Bowman's 88. If I were to make a stop motion now with what I have, like cars like the 47 and the 21 and the 88, I could probably like pass up and use, and even Kozlowski's, even though it does say Miller and it doesn't anymore, I could still kind of pass those up. And a lot of these other ones, like I probably couldn't pass up to look modern. What else do we got? What's this here? Oh, this is a good one. This is another one I actually had up in my display case. This is a Gordon Last Ride. I actually really like that. I gotta be careful with it. Here we go. How about this? Sam Hornish Jr. Anyone remember him driving for Richard Petty? 2015. Why I got this? Look at that space. The cars are like rolling down onto my legs. Okay, come on. Gotta take a lot of these out of the box. I like looking at them. This is a cool one. I actually really liked this scheme. I think Twisted Tea, they still sponsor Ty Dillon, so cool that they're still in the sport. But this was a neat scheme. This was like the last year was the 9, and Hornish drove it. And no one remembers it because he didn't do anything. Alright, I'm gonna have to go to the other side. Shoot. Good thing nothing catastrophic happened there. And this is where all the boxes are, over here. Alright, you see so much else in here. We got a Kyle Petty Mellow Yellow 42. Mellow Yellow, best soda in the world. What is this? This one... J.D. McDuffie, rest in peace. This is a cool one. Some older ones that I found in Goodwill. I got a Truex here. This one's, I think it's 2016 maybe? Yeah, 2016, 2017. One of the two. Mark Martin. This is a really old one. What's it say on here? That's what it says. Oh wow, they actually have to license the image for Valvoline. That's a cool one. Richard Petty. You know it's old if you got a Richard Petty one. This was actually made in 91, I think. Can't really tell, but yeah, it looks like it was. Bill Elliott. Must not have been able to get a sponsor on the car if he's sponsored by 11. Yeah, those are some of the... Oh, here's another older one. Oh, wait. This is like a... This is probably another thing I found at Goodwill. Talladega promotion car, Hot Wheels, but it's definitely had some age there. 30th anniversary. Wow. Interesting. Here we go. Here's a car that I think a lot of people remember from back in the day. This was like, they made this without the base before 5 Hour Energy, or they like just disbanded like the energy drinks on the cars or something like that. And it was a hard thing to find. I paid like $14 or $10 for it at the time, and that was a lot of money back then. Still a lot of money today. But yeah, this is a really nice car. But I can remember initially it being kind of a hard one to find, and I was able to find it and use it. So yeah, I'm glad I have that one. It's an Allmendinger machine from 2014. It might have been the one he won Watkins Glen with that year. This is I don't know how I ended up with this. It's like a Las Vegas promotion car from 05. How does it end up on the East Coast? This is Newman. This is Newman's machine from 2014, the one he almost won the championship in. I actually really like that car in particular. That scheme, I always really liked it. Trevor Bayne, I'm going to keep this one in the box. This is from 2015, I do believe. Yep, 2015. Alex Bowman, and look at where he is now. He used to drive for BK Racing. I've had this one since 2014, I do believe. And who knew he would end up at Hendrick Motorsports and win races? That's pretty cool. This is an old Almirola one. I think this is a 2014 Almirola, and it is, which is really neat. I think it is Richard Petty days. And we got this thing here, which is, can't even remember if this is a test car, I think. I'm pretty sure, and this was back when Spin Master still. Yep, test series. I don't even remember getting this thing, but yeah, that's interesting. I don't really like test cars, and they don't really have them anymore. Empty box. This is probably, yeah, this is probably the 9 that I have now. Another empty box. It's the Tony Stewart, one of the Tony Stewart Code 3 Associates Tony Stewart. Jimmy Johnson Lowe's. This is probably the one I used the most. Well, this is a 2015 car, but still, I use this a lot. But it's another one of those Spin Master Authentics where they're just too wide, and I never liked them. Here we go, Jamie McMurray, number 1. This is a cool one. The last stop motion I made, this car won, Jamie McMurray. And if I'm making another stop motion again, I may actually... Nah, I couldn't pass it up as a Kurt Busch. Couldn't do that. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I mentioned. It was like the end of 2015, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make an Xfinity stop motion series. So I got a bunch of Xfinity cars, and Ryan Reed here is one of them. Ryan Reed. He doesn't even race anymore. I don't know where I got this. Probably got that at a yard sale. Now here's like the one time Kyle Busch changed his scheme in 2014. He had like all those M&Ms on his hood. I like the one they have now, which is still that one there. But this is a pretty cool looking scheme right here. I like that one a lot. We got another promotion car from the Pepsi 400 2007. I don't know how I end up with these things. Now we're starting to get into things that are a little bit more organized. We got a Clint Boyer 14, which is one of the newer Authentics. I think this was 2018. So it wasn't that long ago. We got Jeff Gordon in the wrong box, but that's okay. This is another one of the Authentics. So this is a cool one. Josh Berry, I think. Nope, I'm wrong. This is Ben Rhodes. No, Josh Berry drove this, and I actually saw Josh Berry win a Cars Tour race last year. Shook his hand and everything. That was pretty cool. And he actually won iRacing recently. So that's also pretty cool. But yeah, this is another one of those 2015 Xfinity Diecast that I never used. Empty box. A football card. I don't know how that ended up in there. Another dependent machine. This is 2016. This is when he was at BK Racing. Orange Crush. That's a cool one. That's a keeper. This one, Almirola throwback. I'm assuming this is also from 2016 as well. That's when Lionel took over NASCAR Authentics, and that's when NASCAR Authentics got pretty good. Dale Jr., National Guard, the one he won the Daytona 500 in. One of the more iconic schemes I believe I have. What's this? Uh-oh. You don't know. I don't mention that name right now. Or that one. This one always looked kind of weird. Then again, all the 2014 cars looked kind of weird, that they started using the black base and everything. Oh, this is another Biffle car, but this is a better Biffle car than the other one. I really like this one. And he's not Kyle Busch. I just put them in random boxes, so I didn't care. But that one's a cool one. I like that Biffle machine. That ended up in there. Empty box. Carl Edwards, gotta love him. Aflac scheme. This was another Authentics, so it kind of ruins it for me a little bit, but still. This is another one of these Spin Master Authentics. The Lionel Authentics are good. The Spin Master ones, not so much. This is a good one, though. Like that one a lot. That's a cool one. What we got here? Justin Allgaier. Man, this is when H. Scott still existed. 2014. That's pretty cool. But Justin Allgaier when he was in the Cup Series. Glad he still races, though. Nice guy. Carl Edwards, number 19 when he was with Gibbs. I love this thing. Love this thing to bits. I don't think I realized how much I liked Carl Edwards until he retired. Quite honestly. Really, really love Carl Edwards. Here's an Eric Jones machine. No, excuse me. This is actually a Matt Kenseth Xfinity diecast. This is cool. I didn't even really know I had that. What else do we got? Empty box. Another empty box. This is another Gordon diecast. That was, I think, the same car that he drove when Keselowski got into him in the 2014 Texas race. We all know that one. Here we go. Man, this is one that I keep on forgetting I have. Because obviously you guys know I'm a big David Reagan fan. Always have been, always will be, even though he's not really racing that much anymore. This is back when I really got into him. And they made this one, and this is a scheme that I don't remember too much of. But this is his 2014 Farmer scheme, not the 2013 one that he won with. But this is a good scheme. That's cool. I'm glad I have this. This is really neat. David Reagan for life. And here, this I actually should have right next to my one. It's pretty much the same. A little bit different, but yeah. I should have that right next to my 124 Gilliland scheme. I got this at Dover last year, the big one. But obviously, I like that scheme a lot. Now, one thing I should get, and it's probably impossible to get, because it's just so old, is the 2013 David Reagan win from that Talladega race, which was probably the greatest moment of my life up to this point. Absolutely love that. Here we got here. This is the Stenhouse machine. An old Stenhouse machine, Nationwide Insurance. Before they realized that he was trash, basically, and then they moved over to Junior. What we got else in here? We got Ty Dillon when he was in the Xfinity Series. McMurray's McDonald's scheme. This was a good scheme. I really like that one. I'm not going to take it out of the box. Taking enough out of the box. And here's Nationwide Junior. This is 2015. This is the regular Nationwide Junior machine. Not the one with all the confetti on it like we had earlier. Another Hot Wheels car. I don't know how these end up in there. This one is a Stewart. Oh, this is a Stewart, but this is not a Spin Master Stewart. This is a Lionel Stewart. This was his throwback for 2016, I think, which would have been his last throwback. That's actually pretty cool. It's got that glitter on and everything. I didn't even know I had that. That's how I feel for like half of these. Didn't even know I had it. Here's Casey Kane, Farmers Insurance, another one of those early Spin Master Gen 6 Authentics. This is another, like... I guess he did drive for Mike Waltrip Racing. This is 2014 Blue Def Waltrip car. I have two Waltrip diecasts from late in his career. I miss Waltrip driving. I guess a lot of other people don't. David Reagan KFC. I remember when he drove that one. That's another 2014 Reagan diecast. Really cool. Oh, this one's cool. Jimmy Johnson. Only not cool thing about it was that the paint came off this side skirt there. That's annoying. This is 2014 white Lowe's car. That's really neat. Got another Stewart car. This one just looks like the regular Bass Pro Shops that I already had, actually. This is... Oh, wow. It's the Logano Nationwide Series car. Now, these work out a lot better with the Spin Master Authentics because the Nationwide Series cars, at the time at least, were much wider. It's still... Oh, man. You couldn't get the Nationwide logo right. That just looks so bad. But I actually ended up getting, like, a different one of those. I'm gonna know how I'm gonna sleep tonight with all these cars in my bed. This is ridiculous. Here we go. It's a Matt Kenseth. I think this was right near the end of Home Depot sponsoring these guys. But this is a 2014 Kenseth machine with Husky and everything. That's pretty cool. I've said that a lot in this video. That's pretty cool. Paul Menard. He's at RCR. This is another 2014. A lot of these are 2014. That's when I made all those stop motions. That's when I was really into it. This is a Keselowski. Supposed to be a 2014, which is interesting because he never drove this in 2014. I guess they were planning on it. Never happened. But there it is. Another promotion car. This is a 2018 Dover promotion, which I think I already have one with an autograph up there, and I do. Logano. AAA Insurance. This is actually one I could pass by for a stop motion right now, because I'm pretty sure he still kind of drives that scheme, basically. A couple more empty boxes. Here's an old... Some Martin. No, it can't be Mark Martin. He didn't drive for them until the car of tomorrow. This is a Kyle Busch scheme, I think. Cheese It. Back in the day, before I even knew about NASCAR. This is a cool... This is probably one of the better Gordon ones that I have. The ones with the flames, Exalted Flames. This one's a cool one. That's just really neat. Oh, I did actually get another Danica Patrick car. This is their 2014 car, which I actually like this one much better than the 2013. That's a good scheme. Good scheme all around. Junior, Spin Master Authentics, another Kane Great Clips, and that was another Spin Master Authentic, and then one last car. Daniel Suarez, Xfinity 2015. That's it. That's the box. And now I gotta clean all this up. If I can get out of my bed without breaking my leg. I don't want to go to the hospital now. That's not a good thing. That was, well, most of that at least was in that box. And now I gotta put it back in the box. Choose out what I want and put it back in the box. But yes. Those are my cars. I'm very well organized, and yeah, that's a lot. That's why they were in here, or at least the Chase Elliott ones were in there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is kind of a fun thing to do. Go back and reminisce over those old stop motions and look at all the cars I used to have. Reminisce the 2013, 2014 days, which were probably some of my favorite times for NASCAR. I really love those years. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I might do an NASCAR stop motion, but I can't make a commitment on anything. But I mean, this just makes me want to go back into it, just do a quick little one and get back into it, test the waters out again. But yeah, this was so much fun. It's so much fun to just look at all these cars, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be safe out there, and more stuff coming up. Of course, NOFL races coming up. We're going to keep on with that. No doubt about it, but yeah, hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys later.